Welcome to Examrace. This is a classical mechanics and we are studying the topic non-inertial frames and pseudoforces. So we will see what are the non-inertial frames and what are the pseudoforces. So any accelerated frame is called the non-inertial frame. That's the very simple definition it has. Means any frame that is moving, that has acceleration, that is changing with velocity, with time, then that frame is what we call non-inertial frames. So what are the inertial frames? Inertial frame are those frames which is not changing its position with the time, or we can say they are changing its position but with the constant velocity. Okay, so these frames are called the inertial frames when the acceleration is zero. Clear? So non-inertial frames are of the two types. Non-inertial frames are of two types, and first one is linearly accelerated frames. Linearly accelerated frames, and second one is rotating frames. Fine. Rotating frames means rotating about any certain axis, or in the rotating frame we can say omega is constant. This is the important thing here. So for rotating frame, omega should be constant, then that frames are called the non-inertial frames, and the one which is accelerated is also the non-inertial frame, but it is in the different category, that is the linearly accelerated frames. Clear? So we will see the first linearly accelerated frames. So this is what the we have taken the linearly accelerated frame example. So we have taken two frames. The one is S and another is S dash or S prime. So in these two frames, the observer is there. So observer is here and here. So inertial frame is obviously at rest. Non-inertial frame, you can take the example as the observer seated in the car. Then the car is moving, then it acts as a non-inertial frame. And the ball, this is of mass m, is outside the system. Means we can say that the ball is outside the car, or a ball is in the air but outside the car, or inertial frame we can say that. So the ball is outside. Now what are the different conditions, or what is the relation between the inertial frame and non-inertial frames when they are connected with a single body? Means these both observers, whether in inertial frame or non-inertial frames, are looking at the same object, that is the ball. Okay, so I take this from origin, the distance between ball and the observer, or it's better to say its origin of inertial frame O. The distance between O and the particle m is r vector. So it is directing toward the position from O to m, and in non-inertial frame it's directed to from O dash to m, and the distance marked as r dash. And the two inertial and non-inertial frames are at a certain distance, and that distance is what we call capital R vector. Clear? So this is what capital R prime vector. Now what is the relation between all these things? So we know one thing, that vector law of triangle. By using that, I can say r dash prime plus r small r dash prime is going to be the r vector. Is it okay? Simple. No need to worry. From here, what is r dash prime? Is going to be the r vector minus capital R. Fine. So this is r dash you can take. Okay, or it's better to take as simple as R. So don't need to take this as R prime, it's better to take as R. Okay, so this is what we got. So you can take this as R dash, oh sorry, R vector, capital R vector. So we form the relation between R, R prime and the capital R. Now this is the relation. Do one thing, differentiate it with respect to twice differentiate. So differentiate twice with respect to t. What we got? We got d2 r prime over dt square is equals to d2 r vector over dt square minus d2 capital R vector over dt square. Fine, this is what we got. Let this convert into different form, and it is form means what I am saying that this d2r is, I can write this as a dash vector is equals to a vector minus a naught vector. Fine. Now if I multiply this with the mass m, because the object of mass m, so if I multiply this, I got m a dash m a minus m a naught. Fine. So this is what f dash vector is equals to f vector minus m a naught. So now what are f dash, f and m a dash? So I can say f dash is a force on m seen from s prime. Similarly, is a force on m seen from s. Fine. So this is the different forces that we have seen from s dash and s. Now what about this extra force, this one with a negative sign? This is the most famous, that is what we call pseudoforce. Okay, so this is what the pseudoforce is. Pseudoforce, actually the force seen by the observer in frame, inertial and non-inertial frame, that's okay, but why certain kind of force that is not even observed by in the observer in inertial frame or the observer in non-inertial frame? That this force is what, an imaginary force to balance the equation of force. So to balance that equation of force, this certain force that is invisible force, and this invisible force is what we call pseudoforce. This is what pseudoforce is, which is not visible by any of the observer, but the force is still there.